Kenny hits it well. Oh, magnificent goal. Still Celtic push forward. The chance on for Andy Tom. He stopped. Andreas Tom, who scored here last season, with 30 seconds of stoppage time, gets a valuable point surely for Celtic.
Cadet. Di Canio again. Oh, that's great play by Di Canio. He's equalised. Well, that was brilliant. Hughes with a clearing header. Cadet races after the ball. And it's a very good bit of play by Cadet. Doing Gary Tillon a favour, I think. Here's Tom for Celtic second. Brilliant play again from Celtic. Grant now to Di Canio. Celtic now the counter, and they could punish Kilmarnock here. Here's Cadet, this could sell it all. 3-1 to Celtic. George Cadet, the maker of the opening two goals, the scorer of the third.
Stops Coles there. That was his ball. Good challenge by Grant. And Cadet, now it's Van Hooijdonk. Andreas Tom. The Canio's on the far side. Cadet's there as well. 2-0. With 14 minutes gone. 2-0 to Celtic. Ball breaks down for Hibs. It's Peter Grant who plays it through. They've played a minute of stoppage time in this first half. Here's the Canio for Celtic. Cadet's through the middle. Van Hooijdonk's to the far side. Tom's there in support. Cadet! Brilliant play by Celtic. It's 3-0.
Well, I think the quality of play that day, although Hibs went behind early doors to an OG, but we never really let them settle, and then we took the game by the scruff of the neck and really imposed ourselves in Hibs that day, and then ended up 5-0 winners. It was a really good game.
The Celtic fans basking in the sunshine and enjoying their team's performance. An afternoon of relaxation for them. They're leading by 3-0. Could be another one here. There is. Brian O'Neill. It's 4-0 to Celtic. Brian O'Neill. O'Neill is quite deadly from these set pieces. It's another brilliant goal from Pierre Van Hooijdonk. 73 minutes gone here at Celtic Park. It's Celtic 5, Hibernian 0.
McNamara, bit of space to utilise. That's for Andreas Tom. It's a very good run. Great goal by Tom.
8 goals, yeah. It's good for a midfielder. I played last year as a striker, and this year I play a wee bit deeper. And I think it is better for me and better for the team, so I can use my space more. And I think it is a better position maybe as last year. You know, when you play as a striker, you always have a defender in your back, on your tools, on your neck, wherever. And as a midfield player, you have more space. You can try a lot more, and it's maybe easier to play, maybe for myself as well. I enjoy each game in Celtic Park. It's normal you play each time in front of 50,000 supporters, and you don't get any chances in your life to play in front of 50,000 supporters. It is a great feeling when you run out into the pitch and the stadium is sold out. It's a great feeling.
Yeah, I think a big difference coming into the first team at the start. You've got to adjust to the pace and get used. I'm just glad to be in there, and hopefully I can keep my place and keep it going. As a goalkeeper, you've got to make instant decisions. I think you've not got a lot of time to think about things, and you've just got to go on with it. And hopefully, sometimes you'll make the wrong decision, but hopefully most of the time you'll make the right decision.
20 minutes to go. Gascoigne steps up. And Kerr has saved a Paul Gascoigne penalty in his first all-firm game, and he's kept Celtic alive again.
I think that gave us great confidence when the gaffer stuck with him for that game. I think that's the hardest part of being in the first team. I think you can do well for a couple of games, but I think the hardest part is actually staying there and keep your consistency up.
We always felt that Stuart Kerr would be a goalkeeper for us. We just knew from a young age that he was a very exciting and a bit special for a goalkeeper. He'd been capped with Scotland under-21s and he had a good experience in the Toulon under-21 tournament, a world famous tournament. He went there and done exceptionally well. But it'd always been frustrated, I felt, because, you know, like say Pat Bonner had been here for so long, and then Gordon Marshall had come in, and he always seemed to be, you know, second or third choice, but never really getting there. So when the opportunity came, we decided to put him in, and we had no fears whatsoever about Stuart Kerr. You know, and thank God he's proved me correct.
It's Rowson again, getting in a good cross. It's Windass. It's Dodds. Great save by Stuart Kerr. Superb save by the young keeper.
I felt the most pleasing result so far would have definitely been the Aberdeen game here, where we were actually without Andy Tolman, without George Cadet, without Pierre Van Hooydonk, Phil O'Donnell, Paul McStay, and we'd put in the likes of Chris Hay, Brian McLaughlin, Simon Donnelly played, Jackie McNamara, and Stuart Kerr. So we had about 5 players under 22 playing that day against the team that have done very well this year, Aberdeen. They've spent a couple of million pounds in improving their squad. I think that's been proved in their performances. So it was a difficult game for us, to be minus so many players. But that was the most pleasing because the young lads went in and done exceptionally well for us on the day. And it was a great result for us and one that we needed at that time.
This is Boyd. Oh, a slip there by Svetanov. This is Simon Donnelly. It's Di Canio! Paolo Di Canio open to scoring. With 70 minutes gone, it was a slip by Svetanov. Simon Donnelly pounced. The cutback from him. And Di Canio finished it off. So Chrissy is going off, and Barry Elliott will come on to this big stage. Young man of 18, came through the Celtic Boys Club, signed just last year.
Well, I found out on a Friday that I was into the squad for a game on a Saturday, and obviously it came as a surprise because I'd only played in the youth team and reserves before that. So to be picked for the first team was a great thrill. But I was warming up in the goal and it was 1-0, so I thought maybe the manager would leave it just because get the 3 points and that. But I got the shout about 5 minutes ago, so obviously the crowd and that, there 50,000, I was very nervous. But I went over and couldn't wait to get on.
Slid forward there by Stubbs. This is Elliott. Di Canio. Di Canio!
Oh, I'm still a youth team player at the moment. Hopefully next season I'll move into the reserve team, but at the moment I'm still a youth team player. Yeah, really, it tells me in no uncertain terms that the youth team's where I play my football, so anything else is a bonus.
Going into the Motherwell game, certainly very difficult because, you know, obviously the club's on a bit of a downer, the supporters would turn up on a bit of a downer, and it's a question of, you know, getting to the players and